You guys, guess what? So earlier in the Bible video, I mentioned that I wanted you to think of a way to go the extra mile to show a friend, a family member, a neighbor, somebody that you're in close proximity to how you can show them love, right? By not just thinking of an idea, but then going out and doing it. Well, something happened last night. We were at home just relaxing with the family, and we thought we heard something at the front door. We go and we check, and there's a roll of toilet paper on our front doorstep. No joke. And there was a little note attached to it that said, you've been loved, pass it on. And then it had a Bible verse, greater love has no man than this, that he laid down his life for his friends. How awesome is that? An easy way to show love to our neighbors, right? So we were so blessed by somebody who did that. I mean, come on. Toilet paper is like gold right now, right? It's hard to come by that stuff. I'm getting it for my birthday as gifts. I'm getting it just showing up on my doorstep. I mean, the Lord provides, right? Well, I have a fun video for you to watch today. It's what the ancient Chinese used before the invention of toilet paper. I did not know this, but guess what? The ancient Chinese actually created and invented toilet paper. Really? I mean, for us to be studying ancient China and they invented toilet paper, I don't know. Something might be fishy going on right now. But go watch that video. It's a fun one. And then dojo points if you can tell me what they used. But I don't want you trying it at home. So I don't want to hear any horror stories of what you used for toilet paper if you run out. That's between you and your parents. I don't want to hear about it. All right. I'm going to go over your answers today for your worksheet, page 102. So yesterday you should have read pages 258 through 261. And then you should have completed pages 102 and 103 in your history packet. So page 102 is the one that reviews our key terms. I'm going to pull that up for us right here. Let's see here. Just bear with me for 1 second. Here we go. All right, and you should see it on your screen now. So page 102. Question number 1. How did the mandate of heaven justify the overthrow of a dynasty? So you should have read in your history book that the mandate of heaven was just that approval from heaven that they saw, right? When they felt like the gods were showing that they should be brought to power. So your answer for this one should be something to the effect of if a dynasty overthrew a corrupt king, the victory was seen as proof that heaven supported, the change in leadership. So it's that simple, really. If they just won the battle, then it was seen heaven supported them. That's it. That's the mandate of heaven, guys. So if you win that battle with your, brothers or sisters, no, I'm just kidding. Don't have battles with your brothers and sisters to see who has the mandate of heaven. But that is how they decided which government would be in power. Pretty crazy, right? All right, let's look at number 2 here. How did the actions of the Zhou kings lead to powerful warlords? How did the actions of the Zhou kings lead to powerful warlords? So first we see that they put family members in important positions, right? First, Zhou kings placed family members in charge. This weakened the ties between the kings and the nobles. And then later, they became dependent on those nobles to help them hold the throne. Nobles grew strong and became warlords. So the first crucial step for them was putting their family members in charge. You want to have your friends close, right? So they put those family members in charge, and those family members then would crush any rise to power, any authority that was being challenged, they would quickly crush that, and they became stronger and stronger and grew to become warlords. So that's what we saw happen with those Zhou kings. And let's see here. Next question, number 3. What caused China to enter an era of chaos? And we talked about that word chaos being complete disorder, disorganization, just craziness all breaking out, right? Kind of like if you've been to Costco with mom or dad lately. I hear it's chaos. I stay away. I don't know. But that's chaos. Just people running for that toilet paper. All right, so what caused China to enter into that chaos? We see that the strong warlords began fighting against each other to gain more power. Minor battles escalated into full-scale war. So it's good to have those warlords helping you out when you're the king, and they're keeping you protected, they're keeping you safe, but then all of a sudden there's just this rise in power, and that breeds more and more want for power, more craving for power, and we see them start to battle each other, and then it just breaks out into full-scale war. Okay, and that's what really led to that chaos in ancient China. So what was life like in China during the Warring States period? So while those warlords are fighting and battling it out, what was life like? Well, we see that brutal and destructive conflict really dominated the day. So there's just conflict. Battles are happening all over the place. The countryside is just ravaged with battles, and millions of people actually die. Okay, so we see brutal conflict. We see brutal conflict taking place. Battles ravage the countryside. And millions of people die. I'm going to change this front part to correct, make sure I've got a complete sentence. During the Warring States period. All right. And those are your answers for page 102. So as always, they don't have to be exactly the way that I worded them, but you should have the overall general idea. Please correct your paper for yourself, see how you did, and then make sure you're studying those key terms and also studying just the main ideas, the main concepts throughout section 2. Tomorrow you do have a Kahoot quiz for section 2. And it's not an April Fool's joke. You do have a quiz tomorrow for section 2. In the video from yesterday, from Monday, I did go through some questions to help you prepare and study for that quiz. So I would definitely recommend look back at the end of yesterday's video once again, jot down those questions, and make sure that you know the answers for them. Okay, so that'll really help you out in preparing for the quiz. Because it is on Kahoot, it is optional for you to be able to retake it if you don't do well the first time. Okay, so don't worry about that. It's considered an open book test because it is on Kahoot. You're doing it at home. But I do still want you to study and prepare. That way you know you got the answers right. All right, guys. Please make sure that you are being kind to your mom and dad. Don't use all the toilet paper. We don't want chaos happening in your house like it did in ancient China. All right. Bye, guys.